Start the vlog with food, the best way to start.
Food.
Knife and fork.
Thanks.
And we're just watching Emma and John in Norfolk. Looks nice. I went to Norfolk when I must have been like 10 or something like that. It was nice as I remember. I'm going out on the boats on the Norfolk Broads.
Not for you.
Nope. Anyway, I'm going to go and get my dinner and then we can have some dinner. And also, the new car's outside, but we'll show you that tomorrow. Did you enjoy your mixed bag of tea? Mm-hmm. It was belly pork, salt and pepper, Chinese chicken thighs, garlic dough balls and chips that I overcooked, so they were very nice. We've had a big catch up on vlogs tonight. Currently watching Paging Mr. Morrow and we just watched Timo Sullivan. And also, I brewed another beer in the pinter. This was actually up until today the last one I had. Come on, camera. You're supposed to be good at this, Sony. Have I picked the right camera up here? Yeah, this was the last of the beers that I actually had in until today, and the Welsh Red Ale turned up, so I'm looking forward to trying that. Let's give this one a try. It's a lager, so it's not overly exciting, but it's got a nice flavour to it. It's very drinkable, very fresh for a warm day. So what are we doing this weekend, Jam?
I don't know.
We haven't really decided, have we?
No.
We probably go out for a little drive in the new car.
We were going to get fish, but the tank's not ready yet.
No, because we've decided to do the fishless cycle. The ammonia's turned up, so the ammonia levels in it are quite high at the minute. Possibly a bit too high, but we'll see what happens. Give it a few days and see what happens.
Yeah, it does spike, doesn't it? And then
Yeah,
it should go down.
it should start to die down.
Maybe go to the zoo.
We could go to the zoo, yeah. That's Minecraft meowing in the corner. And yeah, as I said, we'll probably try and get out and about in the car, and I'll show you the new car because we picked that up yesterday.
We'll find somewhere to go anyway.
Yeah, it was all smooth and easy to change over. Kind of missed the Kia, didn't we? A little bit saying goodbye to the Kia.
Yeah.
So we had some nice trips in that, and it's been in quite a lot of our vlogs. And it was our unofficial view from the Cheap Seats Kia. we actually bought that car because we'd seen Kyle from Cheap Seats bought two of them a few years back, and I kind of looked and I was like, oh, I could see myself driving that. It looked cool. And it was. I enjoyed driving it, but it was time for something new. So yeah, now we've got a grown-up car that makes me look like an old man. Oh, actually, that reminds me as well. We mentioned that the gates fell off the other week. The new car's about 40 centimetres longer than the old car, so I don't think I'm going to be able to fit the gates back up if I wanted to. But I do have to say thanks to G2E Media, who he's a guy, he always comments on our videos, and he does some really cool stuff as well. So I'll pop a link in the cards to his channel, because he got some really cool urban exploration stuff in Liverpool. But he did offer to provide the use of a welder to repair the gate. As it stands, I'm not so sure we'll be able to fit the car and the gates on at the same time. Car and the gates on. Car on the drive and the gates on the front of it at the same time. But, you know, nice offer. Anyway, back to watching some vlogs tonight. Enjoying a beverage or two and probably a relaxed evening. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Saturday morning and I'm in a car park. You ready for the grand reveal? A perfect time to show off a new car is when it's absolutely chucking it down, isn't it? But if I just press this button here, there's the new car. Isn't it pretty? I mean, well, it's a Mazda. Gemma has named this car Bruce because it looks like a shark and it has a fin on the back of it. So there you go. No more Francis the Big Red Fumbuzz. Now Bruce the Blue Car. And now we're inside because it was wet out there. Yeah, I really like the car so far. Actually, it's a nice drive. It's a little bit nippier than the Kia. It doesn't have the turbo that the Kia had, so you don't get that. Boom, the turbo's kicked in. It's a bit smoother. I think Gemma appreciates that, and it's got sportier seats that hold you back a little bit more when you're going around corners, so you don't fall out. But yeah, so far so happy. I just need to get a full tank of fuel because I've managed to use a quarter already. And also, I just bought some teacup because there are some tiny little swirly, scratchy type things in the back. I'm assuming someone used to use this back door on the passenger side. Sorry, use me vice garage terms. The drinker's side. And when they used to get out, they used to scrape up the side with a bag or something. So there's a couple of tiny little hairline scrapes there, not like deep and not into anything beyond the lacquer on the top. I can't remember what it's called. My words have gone. We were just discussing whether we'd put a sticker on this car because the big red fun buzz had a ladybird on the back because it was Francis the big red fun buzz, and Gemma thought it looked like a ladybird. But we just this car feels a bit too grown up for stickers. Well, we might get a little shark on the dashboard somewhere. We do that with our car. I suppose everyone does, don't they? They have a little bit of try to give the car a little bit of character that matches themselves. Anyway, enough waffle. I'll get some fuel and I'll see you at home. I have something in my eye and it's really irritating me. I can't really demonstrate because every time I start recording it goes off, but it has a 9-speaker Bose stereo system, which is actually really nice. The last one had a 7-speaker Harman Kardon, I think, system, which had a sub in the boot. No sub in this one. I don't know, actually, there is a big speaker up there that could be one. No sub in this, but it does still sound just right. You know, I like a bit of music in my car when I'm driving, or podcasts. Well, my intention was to do a bit of a walk around on the car when we got home, for the car nerds among us. But as you might be able to hear, it's still absolutely chucking it down. Let's talk features from the inside, shall we? Because everyone likes to know and have a nosy. It's the first car I've owned with a start-stop button, which means I don't put the key in to start it. I'm saying all this like this isn't a common feature on cars nowadays, but yeah. It does have that key, like if I walk away from the car it locks it, but so far I haven't figured out if it does the thing where if I walk towards the car it unlocks it, and I'm kind of not unhappy about that. It has a weird handbrake, this button here, which I feel like is just a recipe for disaster in the future, but there we go. I've already managed to stall a few times and drive off with the handbrake, sort of not sure whether I've pressed it or not. This is to control the stereo system. It's currently browsing through my music because I've got a USB stick. We got dual zone climate control, so Gemma can keep warm and I can keep cold, or at the minute we're both the same temperature. Heated seats, feature returning from our Kia. We really liked that, to be honest, in the winter. You can see yourself now, but this mirror does that thing where it's auto dim and you can turn it on or off here, so if someone behind you blinds you it dims. Boring stuff. Couple of USB ports, 12 volt socket, SD card reader for the sat nav. It does have its own sat nav built in on the screen here, but also it has, I can't show you now because I'm using the phone, but it has Android Auto. Well, it does now, it didn't used to have. The Android Auto is also controlled by this rather than the touchscreen, which is very unusual to get used to. But I think I'll get used to that and I'll like it in future as well, because it does feel a bit safer than having to go up here and constantly press buttons. Fairly basic dashboard information, all digital speedo thing. I like this. If you look down there, you can just see that's the speedo and the current speed limit for the road that you're on. There's a little camera in the car that films as you're driving. It's not like a dash cam type thing. It scans the road, and if it sees a speed limit, it changes the speed limit on there as well. So that's quite nice. It's got front and rear parking sensors, reversing camera, 5 seats, 4 wheels, and a steering wheel. Wing mirrors, stuff now. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's I don't think it has as much character as the Kia. The Kia was like a weird little car because you don't see a lot of them in the UK. I mean, you don't see a huge amount of Mazda 3s, to be honest. In comparison, we've seen probably not this morning, I've seen no Kia Souls and 2 Mazda 3s, other than the one I'm driving. But yeah, I do like it, and it's very comfortable to drive, and I think it'll be much better for our drive to Cornwall than the Kia would have been. It feels more pleasant to drive. It corners much better, there's less body roll because it's lower down. It's still quite sporty. It's got 18-inch alloys, which makes the ride bumpy. 2-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with Sky Active technology, whatever that is. And it's got 2 exhaust holes, because that's what you call them. Don't know why is 2 better than 1? I think they both go through the same muffler, so I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. It just looks a little sportier. A little bit more room in the boot, which is going to be good for luggage when we go to Cornwall. But It doesn't have the tray that the Kia had, where we used to just hide all the stuff. All the sins could be hidden in the tray, and then we could put a lid over it and you wouldn't see it. So the boot's going to look like an absolute disaster until I get some boot storage. Anyway, I'm going to get in the house because you probably can't hear me too well through this rain. Plus, I'm sat on my own drive, chatting in the car on a camera, and the neighbours are probably going to think I've lost it, even more than they already do. Oh my! I was only out in that garden for like 20 seconds just looking at like the headlamps and stuff, which I know that sounds really nerdy, but I like to see what they look like and make sure they're all working as well, because it is a second-hand car, so it's all new to me. But of course they work because it's just been MLT. Anyway, enough car stuff. We're home and I have absolutely no plans today. I was going to do the gardens, but as you could probably tell, the weather's not really, it's not gardening weather. It is the weather that means that in about a week's time the garden will be another 60 feet high or something like that, all the grass, so that's going to be fun. It's already getting up there. I've just got the washing machine on doing my clothes because I forgot to put any in this week. Other than that, I think I'm going to have a bit of a relax, probably maybe do some gaming or streaming, I haven't decided yet. And I may also tidy the kitchen. The endless battle that is tidying the kitchen. We got HelloFresh this week. We're not going into too much detail on it. We'll just tell you, we'll just do our usual stuff. We ate some food or whatever. We didn't have it last night because actually last night originally Gemma was planning to go to her friends and had to change plans at the last minute. So we will be having that tonight, I imagine. I can't remember what Gemma said we were having, but we did have the pork and apple burgers on Thursday night, and very nice they were. I'd been told they were very good actually, so it was basically yes they are. What else? Oh, fish tank. Fish tank is cycling with ammonia in it, and only ammonia. So the information I was reading the other week was talking about putting in the cycle stuff to make the beneficial bacteria, and it's just like a battle between should we use the cycling stuff, should we not? And basically all the old school fish keeping types, well, a lot of them are like just hook a couple of fish and it'll be right, but all the ones who are like, yeah, if you want healthy fish, use ammonia, just said just use ammonia and let the cycle kick in naturally. But I think it's going to take us a few days to get to that point. So I've been keeping checking, and the last time I checked, our ammonia was at 4 parts per million. So that's bad. If there were fish in there, they wouldn't be in there anymore. But that is, that's the plan. That is, I'm not worried about that because obviously I put ammonia in the tank, so of course I'm going to get an ammonia reading. But yeah, that's now the cycle's building. Not sure how long it'll take. Do need to do some more research, as with everything. We'll see where we go. Anyway, I've waffled. Every time I edit these videos, I think, geez, I waffle too much. I really should cut out some of the waffling. Or I should just maybe do less of it. And then the next week we start the vlog and I waffle. Oh, I waffle. Hello.
Hello.
Just settling down.
Yeah.
I didn't vlog anything. I did a little welcome this morning and telling Gemma and not the viewers, and a little update, but I didn't vlog anything else. But I had quite a lazy day. Did a bit of tidying.
You know, Saturday then.
Yeah. Did some clothes and stuff. But what were we eating?
Chipotle chicken.
They're nice. Well, the potato that you've just eaten nice anyway. Looks really good, look at that. This is another HelloFresh meal.
Less than 600 calories.
Wow.
A balanced one.
Wow. Wow. Ginny? Ginny's asleep. Yeah, so we're going to tuck in and enjoy this. How's your day been? Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Good. Did a few car things as well, so I'm just updating the sat-nav, which was a free upgrade, so that's fine.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, although I use Google Maps, it's always handy to have a backup on it.
Of course.
I cut out a couple of the little hairline scratches on the side, and they've come up quite nice. I just did the one that you found on the door that I hadn't seen. Stop pointing out scratches on my car. And I also removed the spider web from the rear light.
Interesting.
That was quite the story. And figured out how the locking doors work, so that was good. So you don't have to have the key and press the button on the key. Is it spicy?
Mhm.
You look like...
I'm hot from cooking it as
Yeah,
well, though.
true.
It's steamy.
I bought another one of them fans. We really like that fan. It was a good investment. It was quite cheap, so I bought another one, which I'm going to use in my office upstairs. I should have brought it down so we could have one each just blasting us. Anyway, I'm going to tuck into this joy and enjoy a couple of beverages. Then we'll watch some films or something, eh? Maybe some vlogs too.
Loki.
Of course.
What would you take?
Okay. We haven't done this for a while, but it's a stout today, stout Saturday, and I'm drinking. Well, actually, the background music is quite loud. It's alright.
We're watching The Lost World.
Yeah, we're watching The Lost World. Yeah. It's the London Beer Factory Zero, which is a tiramisu pastry stout. It's 9.2%, so you know, maybe not one to drive after. Let's give it a try. Oh, it smells of tiramisu.
We're gonna have to try that one.
Yeah, I think you'll like this. That is really sweet. It actually smells nicer than it tastes, but it's definitely tiramisu. That's a decent 3.75 for me, I think. Get a huff.
Doesn't smell like tiramisu. Not enough alcohol smell coming from it. It's all coffee and masala wine. It's nice. A slight tiramisu-y.
It's very sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting the mascarpone cheese.
Mascarpone.
Mascarpone. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I couldn't drink a whole large can of it like that because it's rich.
Yes, it is very
as
rich.
Well. But it is.
What's your rating?
I'd probably give it a 2.5 because
2.5.
It's just a little bit strong for me. That's why.
Yeah, you like a more sessionable beer.
Yeah, I do. I prefer a lighter. I'm more of a Schofferhofer girl.
That's not a sessionable beer. That's shandy.
Okay, plum porter.
Yeah, plum porter is like 4.9 or something like that.
No, plum porter's 5.
Is it 5? No, 4.9%.
Percent alcohol. No, plum porter is like my dark beer, go-to dark beer.
Yeah.
That's a 5. Maybe I was half. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Maybe 2.5 was harsh.
Okay. Anyway, we'll carry on watching The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. It's a shame they only ever made 3 Jurassic Park films. You'd have thought they'd have made more.
No, don't forget they've made Camp Cretaceous as well. You can watch Camp Cretaceous on
true,
the series.
But I mean, you know, what happened after Jurassic Park 3? We'll never find out.
And they only made films with really good actors in.
Yeah. And weird that there's a roller coaster out there that is like linked to it, but kind of weird.
No, not really.
The colour scheme's all wrong, and they talk about weird.
Velocicoaster, the Velociraptors played a big part in this.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a Lost World themed ride.
Maybe. It's Sunday morning. We're just catching up with Rate My Takeaway. What do you want to do today? It's not Monday morning, is it?
Definitely not Monday morning.
Definitely not Monday morning. I meant Sunday morning. It's just
turned lunch, but we have been off for a while. We're going to go look for some fish ideas, like what fish we want to get in the tank. It's not ready for fish right now. We want to see what's available, what's out there, what's good for.
What's out there?
What's starting? What's wrong?
What fish are out there?
Yeah, and because we're looking on the internet of what fish are good for a tank, but if you can't buy them anywhere, then we need to figure out what's going in there.
Yeah. Also, I want to get
some testing.
Yeah, I want to complete the testing kits for back to the spec
the
original.
Fish costs so much because you buy testing kit after testing kit after testing kit.
Yeah. But they do last years. I mean,
the
last ones we got lasted like, you know, they went out of date before I used them all. Put it that way. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll go out for a little bit of a drive. Maybe call it the zoo. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure. The weather's looking dodgy.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? So we're going to try Neptune Aquatics. Have a quick look in here. We've never been here before. It's actually quite a handily placed because this is Neptune Brewery. Unfortunately not open today though. So we could get some beers and some fish. Not one I could easily film in, but we got the test kits we wanted and we got some photos of fish we can go and do some research on now. Garden centre number 2, well, fish place number 2. We went back to Dobby's where we came last week. Had a look there, I took some more pictures of some fish that we like the look of. We're basically just going to print the pictures off and stick them in the tank, because it's a lot less hassle.
Print them and we'll hang them with strings.
Yeah. And now, having done a little trip through Southport, we're at garden centre number 3. We're actually now looking for a bird bath because we fancy a bird bath for the garden.
Yeah.
I like when we just go at the garden centre and get entirely lost in the woods at the back.
It's nice, this garden centre's proper ramble.
Yeah, you can just mooch around. The cheetahs are that way, I think. Got a really nice little lake in here with some ducks and a baby moorhen. Doesn't feel like we're in a garden centre anymore.
No.
I quite like that this garden centre, you have to really hunt to actually find anything that's for sale. They've got a lot of mushrooms. Fisherman, RAF, there's a nurse one, a fire brigade, boxer.
A Viking.
Oh yeah.
Rover.
Smells food as well, it smells nice. Extensive selection of animals, including the bear.
What about mice? A lot of mice in it too.
An extensive selection of bird baths.
Still not very what we want.
No, I kind of wanted a metal one really.
That's what we used to have.
Yeah. Although that did rust through, so maybe not metal, I don't know. I ended up ordering a bird bath on Amazon. I kind of want to buy things from local places, but when they just don't sell them, it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? But we got our other testing kits from a local shop, and I think we'll probably look at going back there to get the fish as well, because it's relatively convenient for us. It's not too far to travel. Like the Southport place is a bit further away, so obviously if we have livestock in the car, we'd rather get them back to the tank as quick as possible. But Jem's just starting cooking some tea now. We're going to have a HelloFresh meal tonight. Looks nice. And we're just relaxing on the couches. Because this is going to be one of the last weekends when we have these couches, actually, because we have new couches coming in later in the month, and these ones are going, so we're going to have to arrange someone to come and collect them. So what is this?
This is a caramelised onion and cheesy pork with wedges and garlicky greens.
It looks lovely. And what were you playing on my Spotify?
Savage Garden.
Oh dear, that's my Spotify ruined.
Do you know what it is? It's because it's the anniversary of one of, I think it's the This the Savage Garden album, and because I follow Darren Hayes on Instagram, he was putting up that it was the anniversary.
That's no excuse for that terrible music.
He's a massive Star Wars fan.
Still makes terrible music.
He doesn't make terrible music.
It's appalling.
He doesn't make terrible music.
Anyway, enjoy your dinner.
You enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
Grumpy boy.
Bad music. Well, the weather finally broke and we've started to get some rain now, and I think that's very much appreciated because it's been super humid in here today. It's absolutely chucking it down. I've just opened all the windows to get some fresh rainy air in, because you can't beat that in the middle of summer, can you? Well, it's Monday and I have to say my solar fountain's spurting. No, earlier on I ran it in the full sun, and it actually works really well when it's really sunny, and it also stores charge over the course of the day, so in the evening it lights up and does a little bit of fountain. I just got this for fun, to be honest, because the bird baths come in tomorrow and this will probably sit in the middle of it. It's making me want to go to the bathroom. Vlog continues into Monday. I did show the fountain a little bit earlier. This is another HelloFresh food. What is this one?
The Mexican pasta bake.
It looks absolutely lovely, and I have a feeling I might be coming back for some more.
There's plenty because it is for two.
It's like a massive bowl of pasta. Anyway, I'm going to tuck into this. So one of the features of my light is it has a battery in it, which charges up over the course of the day. So at night it actually works. That's so good. Cheesy, but good.
Epcot brings you illuminations, reflections of air.
Oh, that's funny. That made me laugh just looking in the garden and seeing that thing going. Of course, it won't be in a bucket. We've got a bird bath coming for it.
No, it's staying in the bucket.
It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. My bird bath turned up. I'm not sure how those things link. Anyway, yeah, it's quite nice actually. It's like a plastic resin with a clay in it apparently or something, but it's not too heavy, but I don't think it's going anywhere. I also got these rocks yesterday. Little play place in the bottom so some smaller birds can sit on them. Yeah, I also really need to weed the flags. We'll do that at the weekend if the weather's right. Let's hope it rains. Definitely need more rocks. A lot more rocks. I just wanted them actually to guide this thing to stay in the centre, because if it's allowed to move to the outside, it will just float to the edge and empty it. And of course there's no sunlight, so the fountain doesn't work. Actually, oh, there we go, it spurted then. It actually looks alright, and it does stay fairly centred like that. We'll see about the rocks, I may get some more. Because it's been out all day and there was some sun earlier, it will actually work much better later on when it gets dark, because the battery will kick in. And I think we can end this week's vlog on my beautiful and not even remotely tacky, I don't know what you're talking about, Gemma, fountain. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, a bit of a broken up vlog this week. Mostly filmed on my phone for some reason. But that's us, I think. We're going to call it that and see you in the next one. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to think of an instrument quickly. Xylophone. No, we've done that one. Organ. No, hang on. Jean-Michel's laser harp. Play a laser harp. I'll see you in the next one. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm tired. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye, Jem.
Bye.
Noisy cats.